We've made it to Madeira. And, I mean, there was a path. Potatoes. Morning, people. Officially day 3 of the trip. And first night after the bivvy, and I got soaked. Absolutely soaked, chucked it down. There's a few breaks in the night where there wasn't any rain, and I'd look at my bivvy, just see a million stars, and it was fantastic. And then 5 minutes later, I would just get out, like the rain would just stop pounding down again. So absolutely soaked. This morning, packing away was a nightmare because it started chucking it down as soon as I got out of my bivvy. And obviously because I wasn't in the bivvy, the water just piled up on the bivvy itself. So everything inside the bivvy, so my mat and my sleeping bag and the bivvy itself are all absolutely drenched. So I'm really hoping we can get a bit of it dried today, because if not, it's going to be a very, very miserable night. I'm going to try and hitch a ride now once I'm back down on the main road. I've seen a singular car so far, and it was heading in the wrong direction anyways. So yeah, we're just gonna walk until we see cars. I am starving. I mean, I covered, I think it was 12 miles yesterday, and I probably did that on near enough 1,000 calories. So I need to find myself a substantial breakfast somewhere, because otherwise I'm just gonna perish and fade away. I mean, I always come back from trips looking malnourished as it is, but if I'm going to be walking so much every day, I am going to need to start eating more. I'm 0 and 2 now, so your boy's failing miserably at hitchhiking today. So I probably should have said at the start of this video what we're actually doing today. And to put it simply, we're trying to get to Fanal, which is a plateau in Madeira, often quite foggy. Sits at about 1,200 metres, where there are some ancient trees there, which look awesome, and I want to go see. As well as that, we want to head, then we'll hike to Seixal, where there's a black sand beach with massive cliffs everywhere. And how I'm going to get to these places, I have no idea, but we'll give it our best shot. Norton 4 on the hitchhiking counter now. You're a big boy, ain't you? What I'm on is some beautiful natural rock pools here, although they've all been converted into like hotel pools, whatever. So we're not going to be getting swimming in them today, or at all actually. I'm going to try now, do some hitchhiking. I want to get to Fanal. So that's the plan. So we're going to go back up to the road where we were earlier and try once more to hitchhike. This is just so demoralising. I hear a car and I look, and every single one of them so far, really, apart from 2, has just continued straight on towards those rock pools I was on about earlier. Giving it 20 minutes and nothing, absolutely nothing. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk it now. I'm not waiting any longer. Too much of my day taken up otherwise. What a kind gentleman. What a kind gentleman. That is amazing. Amazing. I'm actually well happy with that. Cut about, I mean, that walk would have taken me a long time, I'll be honest, especially in this heat. It is roasting. I've actually put sun cream on, because otherwise I get so burnt. But yeah, that's amazing. So now we just need to find a way up to Fanal, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people, tourists going up there. So hopefully someone will give me a ride up there as well, because if I can avoid paying taxi fees, I will.
Indeed, it's
Second hitchhike of the day. Very nice French couple let me on. Had a nice conversation with them. They're based in Funchal and they've rented the car out to go exploring. They said I was very courageous, which I'll take. So, and these views are absolutely glorious. Look at that. So I'm very grateful to them. Would have been an 800-metre climb to get up here. I think we've still got a couple hundred metres to go until we're at Fanal. We got dropped off at the top of Riviera de Janeiro. So yeah, a bit longer to go, but it's worth it. And these views are fantastic. Took a shortcut, but the shortcut is way steeper because it's shorter, obviously. Flipping heck. I think I'm dying, bruv. What an amazing couple. Older couple from Germany, and they were so funny. It was awesome. Nice journey, saved me so much time, so much energy. Potential lifesavers, I would say, so big thanks to them. So what makes Fanal so special on Madeira? Well, quite simply, it's a very high plateau forest full of ancient trees dating back tens of centuries, since before actually the archipelago was found. So these trees are ancient, and it's just a complete contrast to what you see in a lot of different other European countries, even the European islands outside of this archipelago. And you can see here just why it's so special and why people flock here to see it. My camera doesn't quite do it justice, just how special this is. It's just so weird. You're surrounded by mountains, and then there's just this flat, well, fairly flat plateau with a bunch of gnarly looking trees on it. It's just, yeah, it's just pretty serene. Normally this whole area is covered by thick fog. It's a sight actually not many people get to see. It's a clear Fanal. So I guess we should consider ourselves lucky. So we've still got a lot of Fanal to get through. In fact, it's going to be about an 8-kilometre walk until we're at 6L. So I best start moving. Otherwise, I'm going to struggle to find somewhere to spend tonight. So Madeira obviously is an island which formed due to volcanic activity. And it's quite interesting to see all of the volcanic rocks just scattered about. Especially here, you wouldn't really have thought there'd be too many here. But I guess past eruptions have just launched the rocks, maybe on like a pyroclastic flow. There you go, some geography for you, all over the island. So we haven't got too far, but I realised that this is probably as good a chance as I'm going to get to dry out my camping stuff. So it's just been under an hour and everything is dry. Yeah, I reckon it'll chuck it down tonight again. Just seen a sign for this hike, which is obviously very encouraging. It does say on it 4 to 5 hours, which you best not do, because otherwise I'm in danger of not making it in my time, well, in the time frame I want to 6L and then to Sal Vicente, where we'll be spending the night. I hate it when they put these logs as like steps, because the logs are just traps. I swear down, these logs are just designed to kill you. These rocks are absolutely brutal. I'm gonna slip over at some point. I can sense it. I really can. Fall on my arse and slide all the way down. So I can see a road nearby below. I think that means we've got a couple hundred meters to descend. Oh, that's the first time I've gone, you know. That's the first time I've gone. Flipping heck, I thought I was dead. So we've made it to the end of the hike. Well, of that section anyway. We've still got, I think, just over a mile or so until we reach Seigsal itself and the special beach I want to visit. So, yeah, feeling good with that. Legs are a bit shaky, I'll be honest. A lot of decline, but yeah, your boy's feeling good despite only having 500 calories today. Yeah, I'm feeling like an absolute warrior. Who's a good kitty? If I had, oh flipping heck, hey up now. Hey up! There's loads of them, fam. Gonna go for a super quick swim. Looks nice. Yeah, we're running short on time, so it's a bit risky with regards to getting to the camp spot for tonight, but it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. I'm just gonna send it. I mean, just look at those pools. I couldn't resist, although I do have water stuck in my right ear now, which is extremely aggravating. Anyways, it's nearing 6 p.m. It's probably past 6 p.m. actually. I need some food. I haven't eaten in nearly 12 hours. I'm starving. And I've got a hitchhike all the way into the rain over there. São Vicente. I've no idea what that was I ate. I went on their website, just found a picture I liked, showed it to the man. I know it was chicken and beef and chips, obviously, but it was done in a nice sauce. Oof, it was good. It was good. Oof. So that black sand beach wasn't quite what I envisioned. I think social media definitely paints a different picture to that, which is why I like finding my own things and going off the beaten path as such, for reasons like that. Bit of a letdown. I've got to hitchhike somewhere now. There's no taxis in the area. I've got to hitchhike to São Vicente now. But first I've got to climb, got another couple hundred meters to even get to the main road. And after consuming over 1 kilo of food, oh, absolutely knackered. Really not looking good. I'm about 15-20 cars past. None of them have let me on. Ridiculous, watch this. Watch this. Told you. So that was an awesome start. Now we have 10 kilometers to go with an 800 meter incline. So that's going to take a few hours. It'll probably be dark by the time I do that, unless we get our 5th hitchhike of the day. Yeah, very grateful to those two, that young Polish couple. Yeah, I didn't really speak to them much. They were happy just speaking Polish to each other, which I guess is fair enough when there's a weird Englishman as well. So yeah, fingers crossed we can get there before sunset. I mean, this view I'm walking up to now is phenomenal. These are some big ass mountains. We're gonna try and get a hitchhike to Vargem, so the next named place, and from there I reckon I should be able to just hike up, so fingers crossed. So that was a couple who actually live in Madeira. His English was fantastic. I didn't speak to her much. Honestly, the bass in his car, flipping, I kind of need to get one of them, or a subwoofer or something. Oh, that would go nicely in Chadwick, because his bass in that car was amazing. I did tell him that as well. He was vibing. We loved it. Put some bangers on. Oof. So yeah, what's a 10-minute drive for him would have taken me probably about 45 minutes. So yeah, it's a big save there. Yeah, he was such a sound guy, that lad. And as I was getting into his car, my tripod fell out of my bag, or fell off my bag because I've just got it attached. And he started panicking. That's how much he cared about me and my journey. So, no, I think just the Madeiran people in general. Actually, to be fair, anyone I've come across who's actually picked me up, they're always such nice people. No one picks you up who's a weirdo. That's the thing, because the weirdos are like, oh, I don't want some other weirdo in my car. Do you see what I mean? I've never once hitchhiked with someone who was like, I thought was a bit sketchy. They're always amazing people. So, yeah. So we're starting off already with quite a steep incline, but it's all made better by that view. Magical. I must say, I think the chances of hitching a ride up here is fairly remote. It really does kind of lead to the middle of nowhere. This road does, and if anyone wanted to get to a major town or a village on the island, and this is the last road they'd choose. So, God's got a plan. Oh, excuse me, I just had a Fanta passion fruit. It was very nice. Yeah, God's got a plan. Whatever happens, happens. And I've got to trust that that's for the best. We've got an opportunity here, hold on. Don't know what he's pointing at. He just started pointing at me. Oh, maybe he lives up here. Oh well.
My place is Madeira, and I'm stay here. Where? No way. Sorry, my English is very.
No, don't apologise, please. So people, we just got a hitchhike with the lovely Daniel. He's from Ukraine. Really lovely guy. But as I was getting out of the car, I got my bags, got everything, thought I got everything. I get to about here, Daniel's driven off, and I've checked my pocket, and my phone is gone. I can only assume my phone fell out when I was getting out of his car. Whether it's on the seat of the car or whether it's slidden down in between the seat and the door, I don't know. And I don't know if Daniel will find it. If he does find it, I'm sure he'll come back up. He seemed like a really genuine guy. He got stranded here essentially because he was working here before the war in Ukraine, and now he can't go back. I asked him why he decided to help me hitchhike, and he said that he just likes to help people, and if he can help people, it brings him joy. So fingers crossed Daniel returns 9 PM. So I'm hoping he does, because otherwise this trip has just become a lot more difficult, a lot harder. I'll have lost a lot of footage potentially if it hasn't backed up, which I don't think it has. I'm prepared enough that I should be okay, whatever happens. I don't know how this is going to look, but I mean, it's going to have to work, sadly. I don't have my phone I've swept the area multiple times now looking for it, and I'm 99% certain it's in his car. And I feel like it's probably dropped down between the seat and the door, so sadly Daniel won't find it. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's funny how this has happened. I remember I was praying before this trip to God that he would just make it so I was completely dependent on him. Make it so that through whatever means possible, I had to rely wholly and fully on him, and not on my own self, not on my own will, not my own desires, not the things of the world, only on him. And I asked him to do that by whatever means possible. So yeah, I see this as God. I see this as God, a test. This is a test I asked for, a challenge I asked for. It's not what I thought it would be in the slightest, but yeah, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it, and ultimately give praise to God no matter what. There's a thunderstorm on the way. There's been several loud bangs of thunder. I haven't seen any lightning yet, which makes tonight pretty scary. I know in thunderstorms you're not meant to camp under trees and stuff, but at this point I really don't care, and I don't want to get absolutely soaked, which is what is going to happen otherwise. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be sitting up under the densest bit of tree canopy I can find, and I guess this evening's just going to be a waiting game and see if Daniel returns or not. Might be able to see me a bit better now. It's pitch black. Don't really know what to do, to be honest. Not much I can do. I might just completely scrap my plans for the mountains tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna have to completely I'm gonna have to completely rethink my plans. My current thinking is head down into São Vicente and go to a hotel and just ask if I can use my go on their computer and go on my email mum and dad asking me, email mum and dad telling them what's happened, print off my hotel details for the upcoming couple nights, well, Tuesday night and Friday night. Might ask them for their number, and then I might buy a cheap burner phone. Bottle of, what the flipping heck is that, kid? Hey yo! There's a flipping cat, bruv! What the hell, man? No. Please, Lord, let Daniel return, and with him my phone. It's 10:30 at night, people, and you'll never guess who's just rocked up. My boy Daniel. Yeah. Oh, what an absolute legend. By far the nicest guy I think I've ever come across when I'm abroad. Ukrainian guy, stuck here because of war, now loves it here, and this is where he's staying. He's currently got a family visiting him, actually. He dropped me off at 9 p.m. and it's 10:30 now. So whilst I hadn't lost faith in Daniel, I'd lost faith in receiving my phone today, tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? So I was looking at a map, planning what I was going to do next, on my paper map that I've got, planning my routes, where I was going to go, etc, hotels to visit, the gist. And I see these lights and a car engine, and I was thinking, flipping out, that could be Daniel, I don't know why, but as in wearing my white socks, I changed into nice white socks. I just sprinted across from where my bivvy's set up, sprinted to the car park, because I'm on one of those permit sites tonight. I didn't have enough time to get into the mountains, and I see a red car, and I was fairly certain that Daniel's car wasn't red. But anyway, I shouted, "Daniel!" I shouted it, and he opens the door and comes out holding my phone, laughing. Honestly, I hadn't been emotional up to that point at all. Normally when bad things happen to me, I'm dead stoical, and I can just sort of say, right, this is what I need to do, plan out what I'm going to do, and then just do it. I'm not one of those people that sits and cries and fusses about it. Anyway, I saw Daniel, and I might have shed a tear. I'll be honest, I gave him such a massive hug. I haven't hugged anyone like that in such a long time. And I think that's more just relief, because I think that today's society, we're so connected to these stupid phones that something goes wrong and we don't know what to do. I had a good plan in mind, and I think I would have been good without it. And to be fair, I was actually thinking it might be a good thing not having my phone. But anyways, I am extremely glad that Daniel returned, and I think this is a fantastic way of ending tonight's video. Tomorrow, fingers crossed, if the weather's good, we'll be heading into the mountains. There's lots of thunder in the distance and lightning. I can hear it. It's about 3 miles away, I'd say, using my second counting method for lightning. Anyway, so we might wake up soaked, but I have pitched under the densest bit of canopy I can find, so fingers crossed we'll be okay. But anyways, hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.